been driven out towards the fence. The fielder there, stop at 2. Martin coming out again. That's a good chant around the SCG. Farewell, 50 in Australia to the King. 126th time he's been 50 or more, 75 50s, 50 100s. He's got a smile on his face and a lot of love for the crowd at the SCG.
Well, this is what they came to see. They could have asked for anything better. The biggest superstars out there for the last time. There's something to cheer about.
Don't give up. Your teammates can still recall you.
National Cricket in the partnership. From the Conley over 171.
ढलान वाली जमीन है चिराग एक बार अच्छे से सोच लो घर जिंदगी में एक ही बार बनता है भरोसा रखिए घर मजबूती बनेगा
बंद कर दूं
सिर्फ अल्ट्राटेक की चोट घर जिंदगी में एक ही बार बनता है मान बैठा घर एक मौका है इसलिए सीमेंट इंगेज करना पड़ेगा अल्ट्राटेक हर कोई बनाओ केस की देवा जुम्मन बोलो जुबान
Most 50-plus scores in ODI changes. Virat Kohli now on top of the charts. 70-50 in a run chase. Going up after great Sachin Tendulkar, Rohit Sharma with 55. Jack Kallis completes the list. The boundary for Rohit Sharma. He wants to get this done early. Slap. Zappa goes wide. Actually, Lord with a big shot. With that sweeper. Very, very, very straight. Rohit Sharma doesn't take the aerial route. Snaps him through the covers. Powerful shot for both. Been great batting from Rohit Sharma, and that last boundary, that's exactly the way you've got to play those wide balls. You've got to get a square bat on it. See, sometimes batters trying to go too straight at bat just makes it much more difficult. Square bats, we have more chance to get your back on through the line of the ball, find the middle of the bat like Rohit's done so often tonight. What a treat for the Aussie crowds. Their favourite superstars bringing up 100 partnership. That's why it's still a packed house. Just outside a little while earlier, and there's no one leaving the stadium. Australian cricket fans and Cricket Australia could have scripted something as perfect as they could, it would be Australia winning the series, but especially in the last game, Virat and Rohit putting on a very good partnership, and that certainly has happened throughout the series. And there is not one person leaving. You're absolutely right, Abby, because this man, he's still in King Kohli, and once he got into his innings after his first couple of balls, you could see that he really entrench himself out the middle there, enjoy.
$178 for one.
Network represents Zabita Muratse. Biggest offers on flights, hotels and more, starting 29th October.
There's 59 needed for India now. Over 88 Rohit Sharma. On a side note, Super Connolly looks like a very utility cricketer for the Australian team. Has he picked up a wicket? Bowled really well. So glimpses of his talent the previous game with the bat. And Rohit Sharma has been showing glimpses of his talent for the last 15 years. Shows it again with his boundary. Along with the SPG carpet for another 4.
Through these middle overs, it makes it difficult for the spinners in particular. Don't are allowed out on the boundary. There's always one gap available. Rohit Sharma knows exactly where they are. The fielders. Yes, there's no question that Cooper Connolly, in this one-day series, really showed off his versatility. Came back the top order, he came back the middle order, and we saw a very good innings from him in Adelaide. He's more than a good enough spinner as well. He's got a great understanding of his game. For a young man, 21-year-old, from a batting and bowling perspective, he always wants the ball in his hand, he always wants opportunities with the bat. And he certainly delivered in that previous game in Adelaide when the Aussies were needing a big partnership to be able to get across the line.
Needed now for India. Happy to just knock it around. 183 for 1.
राजू भाई क्या चल रहा है? राजू भाई कुछ नया लाओ यार.
नया
नया है, फ्रेश है, कौन सा?
फॉर्म न्यू का परफ्यूम अलग है, नया है, अच्छा है.
Most partnership runs for India in ODIs. Rohit Kohli, number 2 on that list, which is surprising considering they played 391 games together. And that's the thing, both of them have been quite vocal about that.
ODI World Cup dream, specifically Rohit Sharma, who wasn't part of that 2011 squad. I have a feeling for the next 2 or 3 years, they want to try and put their best foot forward to try and make that plane to 2027. And that's why this game was never ever going to be a dead rubber for someone like Virat Kohli. Missing out those first 2 games, he absolutely won, of course, the pride of playing for your country. You never want it to be a clean sweep. But there's even more riding on it for someone like Virat Kohli, who wants to do everything he can. His dream is to go on to 2027, the one-day World Cup in South Africa, then he needs to continue to churn out the runs that he's done for a long, long period of time. And this was a great opportunity. Even though it hasn't been his favourite hunting ground in the past. For this game, one-day cricket, averaging 24 Virat Kohli. Once he got into his innings, had a little bit of luck early on, one hook shot that furthered the keeper, but then he really has found his groove. That straight drive down the ground off Mitchell Stark really got it going. It looked very easy. More and more Kohli and Rohit fans in the crowd. Crowds have come all over Australia to watch these 2 great men in Aussie soil. Could be the last time. Beautifully bowled. Good set from Zappa, 184 for 1.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया मतलब aggressive bowling और stretching, इसीलिए टीम इंडिया के लिए stretch cancellation हो गया है। Stretching के लिए 18 ओवर में 4 बॉल काफी बॉलिंग टीम इंडिया का है। fearless
October. This broadcast is brought to you in association with Ultraco, India's #1 seed, Vimal Elaiji, and Asian Paints.
Easy as you like from Rohit Sharma. Absolutely no answers at the moment for Australia. Completely India's game at this point. Just the milestones to look forward to. And with that single, he becomes the second highest run getter ever in ODI cricket. Only behind the great Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli. Now second on the list, just goes ahead of Kumar Sangakkara. No mean feat that the chase master put Virat Kohli in the chase. He almost becomes a doesn't stop. He chases down that target. And Rohit Sharma continues. It's almost like Australia are just biding time now. Almost a carbon copy of the shot he made in the previous over. That's going to feel like a low-risk shot, a low-risk boundary, which is very true. Great reach as well, really gets out. You got to cover the bounce just in case it bounces. The aspect of Rohit's game that was present pre-2021, where you knew he would just go on to make these daddy hundreds, change his game style, the approach leading up to the 2023 World Cup. At that elite list of run machine.
Should get forward. Quite a bit nicely. Second one, the over for India, 195 for 1.
Come on. Look to there, guys.
Asian Paints Go Athletes घर के डेकोर को बेहतर करने के लिए 80504 पर डिस्काउंटिंग
Let's up your decor. It's worth it.
Skechers Slippers and Premium FMS. Don't leave us at the Calcutta Food Fair with 3 as a problem. अरे प्रॉब्लम ये है कि कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। टच करो, स्लिप करो और चलो Skechers Food के स्लिपर्स रोमांटिक को ना सिर्फ स्लिप
Hold underway now, Rohit Sharma.
And he made us get that. Just that, that's it off. Couple of runs. Just enough, okay. The anticipation really set off on this crowd. This is what they've been waiting for. The whole full show. Rohit Sharma taking on the path. Somebody a better than Yeah, trying to get out of the way somehow. Oh goodness, that little hit from Rohit Sharma. Another single for Kohli. But the applause is in for the single. The anticipation of Rohit Sharma on 99. One of his favorite grounds around the world. Cameras come out. Tell you what, the SCG is alive right now. It is absolutely buzzing. 8:45 PM here in Sydney. SCG is so alive. Anticipation. Rohit Sharma. One more run. There it is, 100 number 23 for the hitman. Rohit Sharma version 2.0 became fitter, lost 11 kgs, and it's now showing in terms of the runs. 50 in the second ODI, 100 in the third. What a moment. Rohit Sharma, take a bow. That is a vintage innings. Did it with so much time at the crease. What a legend. 2 out for 1. It's time for a drink. Australia मतलब Kohli और स्लेजिंग इसीलिए टीम इंडिया के लिए स्लेज कैंसलेशन हो गया
स्लेजिंग के लिए हटाओ हेलमेट स्काईवॉक अभी टीम इंडिया का नया स्टाइल fearless batting फुल हिटिंग
Also streaming
versus India. First T20I, 29th October.
This broadcast is brought to you in association with Ultratech, India's #1 cement, Vimal Elaichi, and Asian Paints.
One big win has reignited our spirit as Bangladesh awaits. Women in blue aim to continue their winning march. Watch ICC Women's Cricket World Cup, India versus Bangladesh, 26th October.
This broadcast is co-presented by Aramco and Google Pay. Subtic है co-powered by SBI, the banker to every Indian, in association with IGI, Trusted Diamond Authority.
It doesn't matter what happened so far, but now one wrong move and game over. It's time to go full throttle because every game is do or die. Watch BKL playoffs every evening at 7:30 p.m.
This broadcast is brought to you in association with Shriram Finance, BG Electric Scooters, and UPI Easy, Safe, Instant, in partnership with Birla White Tile Sticks. SBI, the banker of the India, Ultratech, India's #1 cement, and Red Bull.
ऑस्ट्रेलिया मतलब लेफ्ट बॉलिंग और बैटिंग, इसीलिए टीम इंडिया के लिए लेफ्ट कैंसलेशन हेलमेट
स्लेजिंग के लिए हटाओ हेलमेट, स्काईवॉक अभी टीम इंडिया का नया स्टाइल, fearless batting, alright!
Watch Australia versus India, First T20I, 29th October. One big win has reignited our spirit as Bangladesh awaits. Women in blue aim to continue their winning march. Watch ICC Women's Cricket World Cup, India versus Bangladesh, 26th October.
This broadcast is co-presented by Aramco and Google Pay. Subtic है co-powered by SBI, the banker to every Indian, in association with IGI, Trusted Diamond Authority.
49 innings. He gets his 900. Just pushes it away for one. Looks up to the heavens. Just wondered, why were people a little doubting me before the series? I think it's a funny game. You play off the match, play off the final. An ICC trophy. Come into a series, don't get runs in the first game. Immediately people doubt you. Baffles me. Rohit Sharma. From the same form he's shown us over the last 5 years in one-day cricket. The legend of the game, and as he bats, so does Virat Kohli. Records keep tumbling. That's what they're going to see. Them going higher and higher. Breathing verified oil as they go along. The one thing I've absolutely loved about this Rohit Sharma innings today is it's been a real vintage version of Rohit Sharma, where he really just allowed for a loose ball to evolve. I even think about the Champions Trophy final. That was like an all guns blazing, high risk version of Rohit Sharma. It obviously came off beautifully. But tonight was a real in control, super dominant version of Rohit Sharma, which is the reason why he's been so consistent for so long. But what is that? Something the greatest do, don't they? They adapt to conditions. They're incredibly well placed. This innings started off with a flurry of boundaries, looked in great touch from ball one. A couple of sixes late in the piece. But strikes me, Varun and Water, is the fact that you mentioned there was a change in approach. It's incredible. If you look at it, in the last 5 years, he's batted 100 balls just once. Once against England in the World Cup at Lucknow. But before that, you had to go as far back as 2020. The 100 still kept coming, but this almost tells me that this is a different version that Shubman Gill's ODI. Also, it's the conditions he's playing in. Just like I was saying, the greatest players adapt to conditions. They don't feel that they can bat just one way. Rohit obviously was playing the Indian team was playing in the subcontinent. Like we saw in Adelaide, like we saw in Perth. Rohit had to take a different approach.
One big win has reignited our spirit as Bangladesh awaits. Women in blue aim to continue their winning march. Watch ICC Women's Cricket World Cup, India versus Bangladesh, 26th October.
The topic of Rohit Sharma. Bringing up a fabulous 100 with 10 balls now. Actually, just that one innings against England at Lucknow 2023. Before that was way back in 2020. I believe you played that game, Walter. Not 2020, but the one where he got 200 in Bangalore. Look, unfortunately, strained my hamstring during that innings, so I didn't cop the absolute ton right because it was on the field. I just want to say about Rohit Sharma. Look, I actually think that he lost his confidence a bit around really trusting he could stand still and still really dominate bowling attacks. Over the previous couple of years, it was even the World Cup in 2023. Yes, the conditions might have meant that he could have gone a little bit harder, but he was charging. He was doing things that I haven't necessarily seen previously when he's just churned out all those runs. And tonight you could just see him so comfortable, just really standing still, trusting, yes, the pace and bounce in the wicket, but trusting that bowlers were going to make a mistake, that he absolutely has all the shots all around the ground to all different types of bowlers to still score quickly without taking as many risks and feeling like he is going 15 out of 10, whereas tonight he looks like he's being cruise control 7, 8 out of 10. And it's just so low risk. It's unbelievable to be able to score as quickly as he has without taking a risk. That just shows the amazing talent that Rohit Sharma's got. From an Indian standpoint, they want more of this. If they want to play both Kuldeep and an extra pacer in the team, which reduces their batting strength, or batting depth, so to say. If Hardik Pandya comes back, it's a different story. If India goes in with one batter shot, they want one of the top 3 to get 100. That's exactly what's happening. For Rohit, 50 for Kohli.
Because every game is do or die. Watch BKL playoffs every evening at 7:30 p.m.
This broadcast is brought to you in association with Shri Ram Finance, BG Electric Scooters, and UPI Easy, Safe, Instant in partnership with Birla White Tile Sticks, Tata Ace Pro, SBI, the banker to every Indian, Ultratech, India's #1 series, and Red Bull.
Way down the leg side. High shot. This composed version of Sharma. This is actually what I'd love to see more consistently in the IPL as well. He's had a few up and down seasons in my innings. For me, it's more so when he's showing 15 out of 20